was trying to get back to the C&O, and Marty doesn't look at maps. Marty's very intuitive, but you know, I looked at the map. I'm like, hey, it looks like there's a shortcut back to the C&O if we take this road. And Marty's like, nah, I think we should just retrace our steps. I talked him into doing the shortcut, but the problem was that it just like it didn't show the elevation changes, and so there's just like massive hills. Marty didn't have too much trouble, but for me, I had to get off the bike and walk it, and halfway up walking my bike up this hill, there was a massive thunderstorm that broke out, and the lightning, and we're exposed, and so that was a bit scary, and then we just had to find cover basically, and we had to get under cover somewhere. So as we're coming down this hill, we see a house, and it just looked like kind of a dilapidated house, but we got to get on that porch. It had a front porch that was covered, so we just grab our bikes and we get up on that porch, and we're out of the rain. And then we start looking in the window in the house, like, who lives here? And then this woman comes out. And she's like, hey, what are you guys up to? And we said, I'm sorry, like, we just had to get out of the rain. She said, I understand, that's great. You guys doing the ride to D.C.? Yeah. Hey, look, let me get you some water. She goes and gets us 2 cold water bottles. And then her mother comes out, and her mother had dementia. And her mother was trying to engage a little bit in the conversation, couldn't really. But this woman told us that she worked at the Hagerstown maximum security penitentiary and was telling us stories of like escape attempts and stuff like that. It was amazing. Like we were hearing these stories. And then at the end of it, we said, thanks, maybe you could direct us back to the trail. And she did. And then her mother was trying to say something. She's like, miss trail way uphill back. And her mom is like, look, just don't listen to her. Just take this way. And but she was clearly trying to tell us something that we just ignored. And then we get back, we follow this lady's directions, and then we come down. And the rain, it was still drizzling. We come down and we start heading back up the hill, and Marty's like, this is wrong. And he's like, remember what that lady was saying? Dementia? Something about miss the sign. You're going to go too far up the hill. I said, yeah, but I think she was didn't know what she was saying. Marty's like, no, I think she knew what she was saying. And we need to turn around and go back. So we did go back, and sure enough, that lady was right, and we had missed the sign. We got back on the trail, so a little bit scary, but yeah, it ended up a chance encounter, right?
Chance encounter, but again, the woman came out and offered us water. Just again, another experience of how people in the world are just good people, and we never want to forget that. If you experience people on their plane, their level, whatever, their world, it's great. It was great.